count my hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a here I go to the next episode. Ain't a damn this explosive Beast Coast. And the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like your warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This on the ball.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never look lucky, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I love. Yeah, her Rex on her. Yeah, big Rex better calm down. Yeah, if you go around, come around. Yeah, whole squad. Yeah, squad goes on me. Yeah, make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah, Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah, you can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. To do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the ocean, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new bay alert. Don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Matt.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Lion. Man 5-7. Ram. Ram.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. This is Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Chris Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Rodgers going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught right side, Tate. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is Ajayi. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 5.
Let's go, come on.
A big run there by Jones. 66 yards.
58.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. To throw on 2nd down. Rodgers got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams from 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Action. It's Wentz eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And a shot taken on 3rd down unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now he'll let it go deep, right? And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
For Tokyo.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Flush, and he's going to go down again. Jake Ryan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
They'll try and throw for it here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
319!
Rodgers now going to throw on third and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers add on to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Oh, now he bowls him over. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down.
Shorty.
On first down, Wentz flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
82. Here we go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. High throw, but he makes the catch. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
Here we go.
Now Wentz, I think this is going to be a free play. Steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down. And for the moment, a big loss, but we do have a penalty marker to attend to.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Sunday. Oh.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up. So fourth down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for it.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And Jeffrey's got it. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Wentz forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Mike Daniels in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 51 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Lance Kendricks from 21 yards away. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Burks has it left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
We're good.
But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clay Matthews in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 41 yards. Wentz now on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 27 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A give to Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Great. Man 5-7. Here they come. Hot. Ford Tokyo. Hey, ram.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Sunday.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. Waiting.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Flushed out right. He's gonna let one flip, and that's caught inside the 30. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now the Packers get set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing is Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Go, go!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Receivers, everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Once again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. They'll go again to Jones. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Able to get away, and he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wentz to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to...
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he's taken it all the way back for a return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
319.
Again, it's Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby. Give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag, like 100,000 plus 100,000 my way. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got plus bad, that's. I swear, baby, it was just kiss, now that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your time. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I son, I'm like it's daylight.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
This is taken at the 3. Oh, look at that. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
You've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability. I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Now it's a giant. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. try to run with a giant. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And a tackle there by Chris Long. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his targets come. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now Jones. Oh, a nice spin. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Jake Ryan. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. From his end zone, it's Wentz on 3rd and long. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Working from the gun, Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. He got 29 yards that time.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Fine time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Perry able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. At the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, a 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, Wentz steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Muhammad Wilkerson coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 27 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Forced out to his left. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Flush to his right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop him with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. He gets it over the middle of the Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him 30 yards there.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Wentz now on first down. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. Wentz to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Bashad Breeland, the one that got him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You got that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. One interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. On first down, Wentz. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
Ertz over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying.
Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Shorty.
Throwing is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A very solid gain of 27.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate from 21 yards away. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, I hearken back to the first half, Charles, and I see the look on your face. You're thinking the same thing. They had that opportunity to take the 3. They went for it on 4th in the first half, didn't get it. That could loom large.
So if they had taken the 3, successfully kicked the field goal, they'd only need a field goal now. That's what we were talking about when we mentioned it on that drive.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On play action, Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And got his man complete. Randall Cobb on a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 76 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Stays on his feet, fights through at the 5. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
On the ball.
To throw, it's Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Back to the 19-yard line. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 69 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back, each with half the field responsibilities. The corners don't retreat very far in cover 2. They're closer to the line of scrimmage, so now you've got 4 receivers putting pressure on 2 guys covering. Usually you'll find someone open, and that's exactly what they did there. Made the catch and carried it all the way into the end zone.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Let's find two.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Clay Matthews coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And, Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there, that spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up, and we're going to turn the ball over for our own offense and get some points out of it.
And they did the first part of that. Now they'll be looking down those points with great field position. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now Rodgers into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 47 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did it?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, right?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Wentz now to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Wentz to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz stepping up. He'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. From the gun, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Let's go. Come on.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
319.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Now it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Long in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And it's never good to take his...
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Now Wentz steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on third down, Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, come on.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught at the 20. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had guys to be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now Wentz on third down. Forced out to his left. He's going to let one fly for Tate. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They do go for it. It's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Perry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On play action, Rodgers. Is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and goal. Flush to his right. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Packers are back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Perry in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
On play action, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to go for a big play down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jair And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Working from the gun, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They run for it with a giant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They run with a jive. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Run.
Here's a jive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Straight 15.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jake Ryan in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. the contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. He's going to let one fly. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they'll go on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, empty.
And they'll run it here. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And the Eagles are in for 6.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Stay on the attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Money back.
Money bag. Money bag. Make it like a money bag. Money bag. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, so rocky ride.